Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And I have done so many videos on this, but we know the police are not your friends. And here is a great example of corruption and thievery and immorality and unethical behaviour. So, normal state of affairs for our policemen then. But we know what policemen are like, don't we? Awful, awful people. But we'll take a look at this article and see what the latest one's been up to. Not good. Here we go. So, a Metropolitan Police traffic officer is arrested for corruption after robbing motorists and using the money he stole to pay for professional ladies. A long-serving traffic Met officer allegedly pressured victims into giving cash. He is accused of pulling drivers over in an unmarked police car while on duty. He reportedly used the stolen money in brothels on duty several times a week. Well, to be honest, at least the people he's having it with are probably going to be adults. Makes a change for the police. So, a Metropolitan Police traffic officer has been arrested after allegations he robbed motorists while on duty and used their money to pay for sex with professional ladies. The officer reportedly pulled over drivers in an unmarked car and allegedly presented his warrant card before confiscating money and possessions. He reportedly pressured victims into handing over their cash and belongings just because he was a police officer. Which is why I say to you, ladies and gentlemen, I say, and I've said this virtually every time I do a video, but I really absolutely mean it because they absolutely bloody hate it. If you're in your car, as soon as you are pulled over by the police, whip your phone out, set your camera up, and then hold it at such an angle that when he comes to the window, the old camera is pointing straight at him, and record him, his face, his collar numbers, get him to hold up his warrant, get all of that on camera, and get him to speak and say his name and to tell you why he has pulled you over. And get all of that and carry on recording the entire conversation. He will give you often at times, he will give you some bullshit about it being illegal to film a policeman. And it is complete and utter rubbish. The law is quite clear, and they have been told on many, many occasions that the public have the right to film in a public place any policeman going about his lawful duty. And it acts as a deterrent to stop bad policemen doing bad things. And it also acts as a protection for both the policeman and the victim. The person he stopped. Which 9 times out of 10 often ends up being a victim. So keep doing it. And if you're not in your car and just walking down the street and they stop you, or if you see a policeman doing anything, film. Get your camera out and film it. They hate it. And it's policemen like this that show why it's important. Anyway, getting back to the piece. He used drivers' stolen cash to pay for professional ladies in brothels several times a week while on duty. The long-serving officer was arrested last Wednesday by anti-corruption police. He was held in custody on suspicion of corruption, misconduct in public office and related offences, and later released under investigation. The anti-corruption police officers seized his mobile phone for analysis of phone and internet records, and the officer has been reportedly suspended by the force. Well, that makes a change. Normally they just put on gardening leave. The Sun has also reported that the officer is also facing an investigation into suspected links with organised crime in the Midlands. Mail Online has contacted the Metropolitan Police for a statement, and there is yet to be one, because they will keep this hidden because the police themselves and they don't like, being found out. And there's Cressida Dick. Yes, that really is her name. And they're the medals that she's awarded herself for being, the corrupt head of a corrupt organisation that's been put into special measures. Who knows? Because the Met are currently under special measures because they are one of the worst police forces in the country. She was leading it, and of course she's going to get all sorts of promotions and wonderful things because that's what happens. She's useless, and so is the man that went before her, and so will the man that comes after her, because they all have one thing in common: spineless, cowardly, craven fools who bend the knee to wokeism and Marxism. They don't do the job they're paid for. But what do we expect? I've done too many videos to expect anything else from our police service. Anyway, I shall come up and we shall round off. Now, in comparison with some of the things that I've reported recently, a little bit of honest thievery and some unethical on-duty shagging doesn't rate much. It's obviously wrong. It's thievery and shagging and it's corruption. But, you know, it's not the deepest part of the particular cesspit that is the police service. But it does seem to be a never-ending river of shit. And it is about time it was dredged. Anyway, I shall leave it there. If you like what you hear and see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications of future output. Leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, always video the police, and goodbye.